Meeting with the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Reister.
Here.
Lawson.
Here.
Wyatt.
Here.
Sewell.
Here.
Buns.
Present.
Everybody's present.
Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second. Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Committee reports. Chrissy.
Yep.
Public Works.
Okay. So the first thing that we discussed was the DOT reached out to the city about their plans for reconstruction of 58, which is South Hudson Road, through town. And this project is slated to happen sometime in 2023. And the DOT is recommending that the city move the crossing that is that goes across 63 for the school. And what they have proposed to do is move the crossing from where it's at currently on Sunset to School Street and then install a bike path or sidewalk along South Hudson Road and then go to School Street and cross there. We don't have any idea as far as what it's going to cost, but we will work with the DOT and the city engineer to figure out cost estimates when it gets to be that time. There is also grant funding that we can go through, whether it's safe routes to school, gaming. I mean, there's other avenues that we can. We may be able to tap into intercog money as well. We just don't know because it's very preliminary right now. And the DOT and the city will split the cost of installing the crosswalk or the crossing 50-50, and then we would be 100% responsible for the sidewalk extension. Then we opened bids for the salt spreader, and we had one bid that was submitted by DL Messingham for $600, so we are recommending the approval of that bid to City Council, which is tonight. And then we had several sewer adjustments for filling pools and watering grass, and those were also recommended, which you have approved. So that was it. And then we adjourned at 7:12.
Thanks, Chrissy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Any questions?
Don't roll fast, or you two guys not
Yeah.
That's an old
I
one.
can't that headphone on either. General government, item A, discussion action to approve resolution 2844, resolution accepting the highest bid for Henniker salt spreader, which was by Messingham DNL for $600.
Second.
Discussion?
Low bid was, or minimum bid was 500, this was 600. You're okay with selling it and not, I mean,
That salt spreader in particular pretty much works on one pickup. We update every 3 years before we have to have maintenance, big maintenance issues on it.
I know at one time we had talked about keeping something when the bid came in low like that, so I just wanted to triple check that, but cool.
Roll call.
Reister.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Sewell.
Aye.
Buns.
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Item B, discussion action to approve resolution 2845, a resolution for approval of standard professional service agreement for the 2022 bridge inspection services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Sewell.
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Buns.
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Mary. Motion carries 5-0.
Are you looking at Mary?
I guess.
Item C, discussion action to approve resolution 2846, a resolution setting a public hearing regarding the approval of the preliminary plat revision to Lot 2 Beavers 4th minor subdivision plat for November 8th.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Buns.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Sewell.
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
This next one is what I asked to be put on. And it's discussion action to approve a resolution 2847, a resolution setting public hearing to amend this Hudson City Code 2017, Chapter 69, Parking Regulations, Section 6210, repealing the following language, parking limited to 2 hours. And where that is is along Jefferson on both the north and south sides from School Street to First Street, and also on the south side of Washington from School Street to First Street. This came up from the standpoint of the issue that we had with the parking, and I got looking around all of it. This was established in 1999, we found, and it was put in place at the request of the school because of issues not having enough parking. Well, since that time, there's been a high school built with parking. There's other parking by the school administration. And a couple times after that resolution is put in place, the school asked a couple times to have a temporary waiver of that for some school events. The part that does not make sense to me, and I drove around, and Chief Banks and I talked about it a little bit, and Chrissy, most of the parking that was on Jefferson was property owners. There was a pickup there with camper, obviously been there. So we've had no issue at all raised, and I can't conceive of why we would restrict it to our parking, because it would do, basically, if we were to enforce it, no resident could park in their front of their own residence for more than 2 hours at a shot. So the reason I have set this requesting a public hearing is to have a public hearing and take it out of the ordinances. I don't see a sense
Are
of
there
having.
signs up?
Yeah, there's signs all the way down. It'll say no.
Well, the school was built, so the first class of the school was in '96. So the
Okay.
school came to us after the high school was built for this. But I agree with you. I mean, unless the school would have any reason that they want to keep it, but.
So we'll check with the school.
Yeah,
but-
because parking doesn't even come down, like by my house or
Mhm.
anything, and so.
And another caveat to what the code is that they cannot park there for more than 2 hours between the hours of 8 and 4. Well, that's during school, and you have people that park there
Yeah, so.
all day,
Even if-
which is fine. but-
Even a person from school parked there, technically, they'd have to go out and move their car every 2 hours. So it doesn't even help for teachers or students or anybody else to really
Was
do
it
anything
meant
there.
to?
It just seems like maybe it was done for a reason that 23
Because it-
years later, to me, doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Because it had gotten bad,
Mhm.
parking down
Did it?
Washington Street and down First and stuff, yeah.
So can I have a motion to set the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion?
Interesting.
Roll call.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Buns.
Aye.
Sewell.
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Lawson.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Item E, discussion action to approve resolution 2848, a resolution for approval to offer employment and set wages for a police officer position for the city of Hudson, Iowa. And this is for Tyler Sohn and Jamal Kurika at $22.52 per hour in accordance with the union contract for police officers.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Lawson.
Aye.
Reister.
Aye.
Sewell.
Aye.
Wyatt.
Aye.
Buns.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you, guys. Officers, thank you for getting us some to be able to interview. Informational items, there's a number of them in the packet. Reminder items, Public Safety Committee meeting, is that canceled, going to be
Yes.
canceled?
Already is.
Okay. Public Works Committee meeting will be November 10th at 7 a.m. Mayor's Task Force may or may not be on November 16th at 5 p.m. Personnel Admin Finance Committee meeting November 22nd, 4 to 5 p.m. Next council meetings Monday, November 8th at 6 p.m., Monday, November 22nd at 6 p.m.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, anybody need